We are coming towards the end, and I want to give us ample time to drive home your point, and I'm going to start with Mr. Markson.
See,
still in regards to security.
I am only going to be talking on solutions.
Yes,
you
please.
Understand? A problem identified is a problem half solved. Now, what do I mean by that? We've all agreed that we have this insecurity problem and it's really worrisome. Now, one of the causes of this problem, don't forget, is politicians. Politicians cause it. Their way of life, their indisciplined way of life, an irresponsible way of life, fuel Boko Haram. Do you understand? That's why I talk of pervasiveness of irresponsibility in our society. Is the value must change. We must inculcate discipline in our actions and the way we carry ourselves, especially those that we elected in political offices, because the status quo hasn't changed. Even with the coming of this APC government, the politicians, especially the political class, they still maintain that status quo. There is a lot of indiscipline among them. And the way they display their wealth, as if politics is a business, a lucrative business, is really irritating. And that is what is fueling the insecurity and the clashes that we're having in some of this insecurity and insurgency. They are more or less political clash between politicians. If you must go into detail, it's more or less political clashes. You understand? That fuel and graduate and crystallizes into different kind of insecurity challenges that we're facing. It started as a political clash, as a sort of indiscipline and irresponsible way of living.
There's a government in place to deal with that.
My brother, the government is also handicapped because these are the people that form the government. The government is not only the president. These are the people that form the government. That is why I'm talking of attitude do not change.
Where do we draw the line between politics and state governance?
Wait. He has said something here, which I really agree with, that you don't make a law. You don't give an order that you can't enforce. Don't make a law that you cannot enforce. We have a lot of laws that can tame and bring down this kind of thing. But where is the enforcement? The enforcement now has to come with the will of the president. There must be enforcement. If you enforce the law and make people to pay for whatever crime they have committed, and also the politicians, if you can curb their excesses, you are reduce the criminality in the society with by 50%. I can assure you that. What is happening in the Niger Delta, even in the north, that you call Boko Haram and some of all these things, and in Zamfara state, don't you know that it has political undertone? It has a lot of the so-called irresponsible way of living of the politicians and all the rest who capitalize on our heterogeneity and dichotomy to disunite us further and make the society ungovernable and so crisis ridden. If we have to moderate these things, one, I have said it severally, if a senator is earning so much money that we don't even know the amount, and the House of Rep are earning, some House of Assembly member now legislating to be under life pension for working for serving for 4 years, and they want to be life pension. What kind of indisciplined nation are we running? That's the kind of things that is also aggravating the insecurity we're having. I told you that insecurity is a symptom. It's a symptom of decadence of leadership.
Okay, and finally, Barrister Jide.
You know, I refer us all to the story of the Titanic. It was just a hole in the ship that sank the whole ship. And I doubt if the captain escaped. Please go and study what has happened in Sudan, Venezuela, and some other countries. When you decide to care for the people, governance becomes easy. Exactly. And I want to warn this morning that a micro sphere of security is threatened by a wider and macro sphere of insecurity. So if you have the privilege of getting involved to restore security to Nigeria and you think you are secured privately now, that security may collapse to the larger spectrum of insecurity. And if we have any plan for prosperity, we must deal with insecurity. And I pray that as great people of a great nation, we will take the deliberate action it takes to give back to a sane country. And I'm suggesting, can you go and study what happened in Rwanda, Tanzania, even Ghana? Let's start with Africa, Singapore, how they dealt with their cases. I know that Switzerland was once a poor country, so what did they do? And except we do this and come together. And finally, Amos 3:3 says, can two work together except they agree? We need unity as a people. If not, let's go back to our regional system and let each region cope with what your unique selling point is. If it is crime, you classify as industry, invest in the crime. If it is investment in prosperity, invest in that prosperity, so that we know that we all come together to contribute to the center. But finally, everything that happens within a regime will be recorded against the name of the leader in that regime. And that is why I feel for the president. You know, he will not only give account for his person, he will also give account for those who are working with him. So best wishes, Nigeria. God bless Nigeria.
Okay. Thank you very much. And we hope security, it's everybody's business. It's your business. It's my business. It's our business. It's a community business, and it's the business of every stakeholder in the state. Till we come your way again tomorrow, Core Digest will bring you more.